Okay, you guys, I recently did the video on my top 5 nymphs for winter Euro nymphing, right? And so I wanted to hit you guys with a tying video on the 2 egg flies that I use and kind of show you how I tie them. They're real simple. The first one is an Eggstasy egg. It's just one material, bead and hook. That's a pretty cool fly, and that's what I usually use for bigger patterns and brighter colors. So that's the first one I'm gonna tie for you guys. And then the second one I'm gonna tie is like a traditional MCFLY foam, like round, typical egg. And I do that one in kind of a yellow and a pink, but I do it in a lot smaller size versus the Eggstasy egg, which is a little bit bigger. So I have 2 that I like to use. I use 2 different materials for them. And in this video, I'm gonna show you how to tie both of them. Pretty cool flies, easy to tie. Do them in a bunch of colors. You can fill up your box real fast. And I do these in a variety of weights and sizes. So let's get into tying that and I'll show you what it's all about. Okay, the first egg up is an Eggstasy egg. I have a size 14 UMPQUA jig hook in there. This is an egg style hook. It's the WG Jig 60. There's a 3.5mm tungsten slotted bead right there, and it's a metallic, like a light metallic pink color. I'll do this in all the different bead sizes for the different water types that I'm fishing. I'm gonna go ahead and get my thread started right behind that bead. Build up a little bit of a thread dam, right? Trim off my excess there. And I'm not gonna build very far back. Like I'm not gonna go back down the shank very far, just a little ways like this, because all the material is going to be right up front. So now we've got that kind of locked in place. So now we're going to take our egg material, and this is Eggstasy egg material, and it's pretty cool because it's on a core, and so you can just wrap it on. Makes it pretty easy. It comes in a bunch of different colors. It's kind of a pinkish yellow corn color that I like, but I'll do it in orange, bright pink, all the different colors. And you can see I've gone and I've stripped off a little bit of this material at the front to expose the core, because I just want to tie in the core. I don't want all that other material in there. So we'll go like that, and we can always come in and trim off this extra here. So just kind of lash that in real tight, because you want to pull on this pretty tight. Now what we're going to do is we're going to wet your hands however you want and kind of preen this back, because you want to make some wraps, but you want the material to go backwards as you wrap. So we'll just make about 3 or 4 wraps here, just like this. So wrap that on, and then we're just going to capture that a few times like this, 3 times over, and then I'll do a couple in the front. And then I'll come in and I'll kind of pull on this pretty tight and trim off that core. And I'll kind of preen everything back a little bit, build this up, grab our whip finish tool, throw in a couple whip finishes there up at the front so it doesn't come apart. And that's how quick that one is. So you can see, super easy, fill up your box, bunch of different sizes, bunch of different colors, but that is your finished Eggstasy egg. And in the water, it's pretty cool because it'll flutter and move. You can kind of see that material. Fish love it. They eat it. You can come in here and kind of trim off some of the extras if you want. But that's the Eggstasy egg. That's fly number 1 in my box. Bunch of different colors. Tie them up. Give them a try. And let's go on to that next egg. Okay, so egg number 2 is a MCFLY foam egg, and this is kind of your traditional like little glow egg. And in the vise I have a size 16 UMPQUA pretty jig hook. It's kind of similar to the WG60 that we tied the last version on, but it has a little bit of a more straight shank hook. Doesn't really matter which hook you choose. I just want one with a wide gap, which this one has. I've got a 3mm slotted tungsten bead on there again from HANAK. This is a light pink, just to match the material. And you can see that the material here is different, right? It's just like kind of stretchy, foamy material and a pink color. And this is what I like to use for smaller egg patterns. So what we're gonna do
is, you'll see that this is just a little bit different than the last pattern as far as tying goes. We're going to build up a thread dam behind the bead, trim off the extra thread, and we're going to just build this up in a similar manner. I'm using a pink thread here. So we've built up a little bit of a thread dam there. I'm going to go ahead and whip finish this just so it's locked in. Just like this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this MCFLY foam, and this is about a pencil width here. I'm going to take it right behind the bead there, do kind of a loose pinch wrap, and then lock that down real tight right up on top. So I'm going to do a couple there, and then I'm going to do a couple in front with the thread, right? And then I'm going to kind of do it like almost like you're tying a post onto a dry fly, and I'm going to go around kind of a helicopter style the material, and then I'm going to go a couple more in front, and this is just to lock it in place because this stuff has a tendency to want to slide around the hook. So I will do a few extra pulls here, just like this. That should be good. In front a couple, and then all you're going to do, come in here, move the material, going to throw in some whip finishes up here in front, just like this. Now that material is in there nice and tight. Trim off your thread. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take this and you're going to pull straight up on it, right? Just like this, and then come in with your scissors and just kind of at an arc cut it. And you can see it kind of looks crazy, but when you preen it forward, just like that, gonna pull those materials. By pulling up on it, it kind of like makes the material spread out in an interesting manner. It kind of flares. And then you preen it forward, and now you have yourself a perfect little egg right there with the MCFLY foam. And I like this in a smaller one because I'm able to do a little bit more controlled shape and a little bit more controlled size. So you can see the two next to each other, and you can see the size difference. This is the smaller one, and that's it. It's pretty easy. If you get any weird little things on there, you can trim them off. But that's the final egg that I like to fish. Let me know how it works for you. Get out there on the water and fish it.